Oh, how did I get here? It's kind of surprising that you actually clicked on this video, but wait a second. Is this my setup for my thoughts videos? You mean... How long was I gone for? Oh. I guess that explains a whole lot, so... Well, I guess I might as well do one anyways. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, I guess probably from the way you're seeing it right about now, Ackleyattack4427's thoughts is officially back, yeah. So yeah, I do indeed apologize if I haven't done one in the past 3 to 4 months now. Turns out a lot of stuff has been going on, and I've been working out on some major projects right about now, and especially the massive amount of delays and cancellations we are getting this year, all thanks to COVID-19 right about now. So yeah, I guess oddly enough, so yeah, I guess you can pretty much tell on why I haven't done a thoughts video in quite a long time now, but I guess without a doubt, I've officially decided to bring it back after those few months right about now, and yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I have to say. So yeah, and believe it or not, if you couldn't tell by the date of the video is being posted right by now, like you see it? You see it right there? Did you read it? Okay, good. So yeah, today is officially July the 4th, 2020 as we speak, which means only one thing, and one thing only. That's right, today is the 4th of July, or pretty much Independence Day, whichever, but yeah, anyways, happy 4th of July, everybody. So yeah, pretty much that good old occasion during the middle of summer right about now, where of course we celebrate the good old-fashioned style of, or more particularly a good old celebration about the founding of our country, which is of course the good old United States of America. So yeah, oddly enough, I haven't really done anything or done any videos that is on the 4th of July as we speak, but I kind of figure I would probably do one for this video, but what can I do exactly? I mean, there's plenty of Independence Day related videos right by now. Hell, one of the movies that was out the past few decades is literally titled Independence Day. Seriously, go check it out. It's actually quite interesting when you think about it, but yeah, what can I do for a, yeah, I mean, seeing how I have officially brought back my thoughts video, or more particularly my thoughts videos, what can I do that is, that does tie into the 4th of July as we speak? Well, I think I might as well answer that question with another question. How about a brand new movie that is just released onto Disney Plus right around this weekend as we speak, that is based on a musical about one of our founding fathers, and get this, it's actually done by the same guy who made a musical about Washington Heights. If you can easily guess what I'm talking about based on that little hint alone, I think you're good to go, or more particularly, I think you earned yourself a gold star. So yeah, and but yeah, for those who don't right about now, I guess it's pretty obvious enough. I think for this thoughts video, I am of course going to be talking about Hamilton. Yeah. So yeah, oddly enough, Hamilton is of course what I'm going to be talking about for this thoughts video as we speak, and pretty much as expected right about now, it just recently hit Disney Plus right about now, and yeah, I haven't really delved into any new content on that streaming service ever since both Mandalorian and Timmy Failure. So yeah, I kind of figure I would probably get myself officially up to speed right about now, and trust me, I'll get to the other stuff that were released onto Disney Plus pretty soon once I do get the time. Like, I do know I never got a chance to actually talk about Stargirl, so I might as well check that out pretty soon. But But yeah, I guess, oddly enough, I'm of course going to be talking about Hamilton, which is of course, just recently hit Disney Plus as we speak, and oddly enough, if you, it's actually pretty obvious right about now, it is of course, pretty much based on the musical by the same name that is composed by In the Heights composer himself, Lin-Manuel Miranda. So yeah, I guess it's pretty clear right about now, though I think I wouldn't say based on particularly, because trust me, I think I'll get to the main aspects for, of course, this movie that I'm going to be talking about later on. So yeah, you'll probably see. Alright. Man, that felt good to, of course, have some water because, yeah, let me tell you, it is hot outside. So yeah, I think I might as well talk about Hamilton right about now. Now, if you ask me right about now, I think I haven't really got a chance to see the original musical when it first came out on a Broadway. In fact, from what I recall, from late 2010, late 2010, all the way until mid 2015, as we speak, I actually did go down to New York City on these day trips during my time down there, and yeah, oddly enough, one of the things that I've actually done during my time down in New York City is, of course, catch a nice 2 o'clock matinee show on Broadway as we speak. So yeah, and the ones I've actually seen during my time down there is, of course, The Lion King, which is really awesome, and then I saw Billy Elliot, which is followed up by Newsies, twice in a row when you think about it, and next I ended up seeing Matilda, and then afterwards I saw Aladdin, and finally I did see Mamma Mia a few months before it closed. So yeah, those are the only shows that I've actually seen on Broadway, while of course some of the other Broadway shows I would catch later on is mainly from their touring companies as we speak. So yeah, and oddly enough, I've never actually knew about Hamilton, but I think I do know hands down, pretty much my knowledge on it is, of course, when I actually saw its performance 4 years ago during the annual Tony Awards. So yeah, I think it's pretty understandable, and plus, it's actually impossible to actually go see it because tickets to, of course, go see it on Broadway is expensive as hell as we speak. So yeah, if any of you guys are, of course, lucky to see on Broadway, please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. But for those who do want to see on Broadway, well, good luck trying to get yourself a ticket for it. So yeah, I guess I think it's pretty much my knowledge on, of course, the original musical Hamilton, aside from that, but I haven't really got a chance to actually see the entire musical entirely, but that wasn't until very recently when Disney announced that they're actually going to be releasing Hamilton as a full-on movie, let alone a whole nearly 3-hour movie as we speak into theaters around October of 2021, but all thanks to this pandemic right about now, they've decided to move forward with it and actually release it onto Disney Plus very recently, which actually kind of makes sense when you think about it. I mean, with this whole pandemic right about now, I think it's actually pushed back a lot of projects all the way until next year as we speak. But this one actually did the exact opposite right about now, but mainly for a streaming service that everyone is knowing about already. So yeah, I guess oddly enough, I think when I did hear the news about it, I actually did get excited just to see on how well they can pull this off. And when I saw the trailer, I was super hyped for it, and I really wanted to see what will be going down for, of course, this one. And oddly enough, after seeing it myself, I say it actually did win me over a whole lot. So yeah, if you actually couldn't tell, I actually really love this movie hands down. I think it's actually fantastic all the way through, and I think for someone who actually has a nice love for, of course, musicals entirely aside from playing other genres that I enjoy, this one is actually really quite amazing, and for good reason too, because I think I guess I kind of forgot to mention it got itself a massive cult following during its time, actually becoming a cultural phenomenon. So yeah, it was that great, just to be honest, and yeah, after seeing myself, I can see why. I actually really enjoyed this, hands down. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what you expect. Alright. Now, of course, probably to best describe this movie in a great aspect, right? But now I think it's not really much of a big production, feature-length film version of course, Hamilton. Though I would definitely love to see that happen. No, this one, however, is of course a filmed version of a live performance of the actual musical itself, which is actually quite amazing. I mean, still, don't get me wrong, I think we have gotten plenty of other musicals that were filmed live, that were of course released theatrically or straight to DVD. Like, of course, for the theatrical part is of course Newsies, and of course for the direct to DVD is of course Cats and Joseph, and plenty of others, and even some that were released onto TV, but more particularly the live shows that were released on NBC, like of course Sound of Music, Peter Pan, The Wiz, and plenty of others. So yeah, and yeah, I think like I say, with Newsies, it also found its way to streaming services as we speak. So it's actually pretty common, or not that very subtle, or of course, or what's the best way to describe it? Yes, I think it's not pretty common to actually see a musical that we know on Broadway actually be filmed live and be put out in other forms of media. Like I said, either on the big screen or released to home media, or of course on streaming services. So yeah, I think it's actually pretty clear right by now. But for Hamilton, however, this actually does take the cake on that one, and oddly enough, it is actually done really well. I think pretty much, I think from what I recall, they actually shot this whole thing about like about 4 to 5 years ago, from what I speak. So yeah, I'm gonna say 4 years ago, depending on. Yeah, depending on, of course, where I actually saw this, and they actually put in little subtitles on, of course, when and where they actually filmed this. But yeah, I guess oddly enough, with of course what they've done to, of course, get this movie out, I think it's actually done fantastically. And so yeah, I guess for of course a movie based on a Broadway musical that is an actual filmed live performance of the musical itself, this one actually does do it fantastically well. Like, of course, yeah, I think it's almost like you're actually there singing in a nice comfy seat in a Broadway theater itself, seeing the actual Broadway musical. That I think is actually done really well. Yeah, and plus, I think what I do find quite interesting is that probably every once in a while, with of course, based on my knowledge, of course, filmed live performances of course, stage shows in particular, they have the tendency to, of course, cut over to members in the audience to get their reactions to it, which I do find it quite fascinating. And yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit, I actually did grow up with that type of style during my time watching old VHS as a kid. So yeah, but for Hamilton, however, this one actually doesn't do that. This actually keeps an eye on, of course, the actual show that's going on. But I mean, granted, you can actually do see the audience in, of course, this movie. But I think the best we can get right by now is to best describe it is, mainly we see their backs. Yeah, we only need to see their faces, just their backs. Yeah, just don't cut to any shots of the audience. Just of course, give them a little brief moment on seeing the show itself. That's pretty much what I can say about it. And oddly enough, this is how you do it. So yeah, I guess oddly enough, even though it's too bad that they didn't actually do that, but I think the way they actually do pull it off is absolutely fantastic, and I absolutely love what they did with this one. So yeah, that's pretty much one main thing I can say. So yeah, and what about the other aspects in of course the musical itself? Well, I think particularly story-wise, it's pretty much what you would expect. Just of course the entire time period of course the founding of America, but more particularly it actually kept its focus on Alexander Hamilton, which I actually do find it quite fascinating, and I think the way Lin-Manuel Miranda actually portray the musical storyline is actually really amazing, and of course it's very historically accurate on of course what it's trying to do. In fact, I can imagine history teachers at school actually putting this musical on just to tell all the students, hey guys, you want to see Lin-Manuel Miranda do a full-on musical on the founding of America, and especially Alexander Hamilton? Well, definitely watch this. So yeah, I guess oddly enough, I think the way they capture the musical's storyline is absolutely amazing, and it actually is very historically accurate on what it's trying to do. So yeah, I do find it absolutely amazing, and like I said, Lin-Manuel Miranda has of course done a fantastic job on that, and not to mention it's even compiled in with some really great songs from what I hear, and yeah, like of course there are some moments here where of course I was dancing along to of course these tunes, like of course The World Turned Upside Down, and of course I'm Not Throwing Away My Shot, and there are some even one, yeah, and oh yeah, not to mention not to mention You'll Be Back. So yeah, that's what I find really fascinating, and yeah, I think plenty of other ones too, like of course one entitled Burn is actually very soothing and very comforting from what I'm hearing. So yeah, and oddly enough, I think pretty much the musical numbers in this musical or movie or whatever you call it nowadays is absolutely fantastic, combining all sorts of genres, like of course rap, R&B, and of course Broadway tunes, and many more. Yeah, creating this whole entire style, which of course works perfectly for this, and especially, yeah, not just for the musical itself, but for this movie in particular, and yeah, so yeah, I guess much like the story, the musical numbers is absolutely fantastic, and I may actually consider getting the soundtrack to the musical just because how great they are. So yeah, and oddly enough, yeah, and I guess believe it or not, plenty of other aspects I will say, like of course the characters, they're absolutely incredible, and I think yeah, I think each and every one of them give out really interesting performances, in my opinion, and I really love the way on how well they turned out. And not to mention all the actors in this pulled off really excellent performances, in my opinion, which I find it to be absolutely amazing. And visually, let alone like of course from the set and the costumes and stuff, they're absolutely amazing, and it actually does capture the time period perfectly, and yeah, pretty much actually does take back to when of course yeah, taking us all the way back to the late 18th century as we speak, and yeah, from what I'm seeing right by now, they absolutely nailed it. I really love on how well they actually turned out with of course on how visually this musical works. Yeah, like I said, from the sets and the costumes and stuff, which makes it absolutely incredible, and yeah, actually does fit well with, of course, the time period it's setting right about now. So yeah, that's what I can say, and yeah, for this being a filmed version of the actual musical itself, I think they have the tendency to, of course, capturing some camera shots of course, the musical while it's performing, and I have to say they absolutely turned out amazing. Like of course, we actually, I think at one moment we of course get some shots from the audience's point of view, some that were up on the balcony, and some in the orchestra pit, and yeah, not to mention we actually do get some really awesome close-ups of course the actors themselves, and there was even one point there was even one camera shot that's actually literally filmed right in front of the audience. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say. Much like with, of course, we can only see the audience, yeah, with, of course, the audience's backs and stuff for when we do actually see them. They actually literally have the camera pointing over to where the actors are giving out their performances to the audience. Now, that is absolutely amazing, and I didn't expect that for, of course, this movie in particular. Alright. Yeah, but yeah, I guess from the way I see the camera, the camera work in this one is absolutely amazing, and something I never really see in filmed live performances of musicals before, and I'm really glad on how well they actually turned out, and I think plenty of future filmed live performances of musicals should definitely take note on what Hamilton did, and yeah, not only that, but it's also mixed in with some really great editing as well. Yeah, I think there was one moment that actually felt too rushed, or of course too predictable in my opinion. No, they actually caught it perfectly, let alone actually fitting well to the beat of the music. So yeah, that's what I find absolutely amazing about it. So yeah, and oddly enough, yeah, and of course one thing I will say, I think yeah, and what else? And oh yeah, I think yeah, I think not only that, but I think the one thing I forgot to mention is, of course, the writing for, of course, this musical, let alone the book itself, is done absolutely well. Like there are some parts in here that I almost shed a tear and start crying for a bit, and there are some moments where I actually do get a laugh from some of the jokes, and I'm not even kidding, seeing of how Disney actually did release this onto their streaming service, and for the fact that it did get a PG-13 rating, I got a huge laugh when they actually have the tendency to, of course, put in a censored F-bomb. You heard it right. Disney actually allowed Hamilton to actually put in one censored F-bomb, which I guess obviously is of course absolutely amazing, though. Yeah, I think I know Disney is of course not very much okay with, of course, putting out R-rated material, though I think they should probably leave it to other studios. In fact, hell, I think they should probably leave it to 20th Century Studios right about now, seeing how Disney bought them out earlier when it was originally Fox. So. But yeah, I think that one censor F-bomb that was, of course, incorporated into this musical, that actually did get a huge laugh out of me, and I absolutely love it. So, yeah, but yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say. Overall, I absolutely love Hamilton a whole lot. I think, yeah, as someone who's been wanting to see the actual musical for a long time, I say this is actually a really good way to, of course, see in particular, and I absolutely love everything about it. Yeah, so yeah, and yeah, oddly enough, with of course this ongoing pandemic as we speak, and who knows when this whole thing is gonna end, for sure, because yeah, we have to keep on practicing social distancing and of course perfect hygiene in order to keep ourselves safe, and yeah, it does affect the toll of course, Broadway shows as we speak, not just movies and TV in particular, but yeah, I think with, of course, Hamilton, right, but now, of course, being streamed onto Disney Plus, I say this is a good way to, of course, pass the time right about now. So So yeah, I guess oddly enough, if you haven't seen Hamilton yet, do so. It is awesome all the way through, and so yeah, I absolutely love it for sure, and I think it's actually well worth checking out for sure. So yeah, and I just realized something. I've actually done a thoughts video where I haven't actually spotted one major flaw about this one. Well, that's a first for me, so yeah, and that means only one thing, so yeah, I guess if anything, I guess I might as well say it. So, for the first time ever in Ackleyattack4427's Thoughts history right about now, I'm of course going to give Hamilton a very solid 10 out of 10 for me. So, holy crap! I didn't expect it to go that far as we speak. In fact, I haven't given anything a 10 out of 10 right about now, but this is actually the very first for me right about now. So yeah, I guess right about now, I say this is actually pretty much pitch perfect all the way through. In fact, how else would you think that this movie actually got a solid 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes? So yeah, I guess right about now, I think it's pretty much what I can say. It's the perfect 10 out of 10 for me. So yeah, it is that great, and like I said, I highly recommend it all the way through. So yeah, if you got the time, fire up Disney Plus and of course watch Hamilton for yourself, because let me tell you, once you do see it, you will not be throwing away your shot. So whew, man. Yeah, I definitely need one for sure. So yeah, that's literally about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this long-awaited return of my thoughts videos, and yeah, if you have seen Hamilton for yourself, then let me know in the comment section below. Either you saw the original musical on Broadway or very recently on Disney Plus. I would love to hear, as well as of course leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to, if you have any questions for me, or if you want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up, depending on the lag, or who knows when they're going to come back once this whole thing is over, but we'll wait and see. And of course, follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites that I have provided. All the links to them are down in the description box below. And of course, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell and set them to all notifications, just so that just so that you'll be kept up to date on every single one of my videos that I posted. So yeah, that's literally about it. Thank you guys so much for, of course, watching this special thoughts video, and yeah, it does feel good to go back to, of course, doing these things right about now. Though I'm not gonna reveal on what I'm gonna be talking about next. You'll just have to wait and see later on. So yeah, that's literally about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.